Screw the timer, bruh. Sheesh. It's time to start up the stream. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another stream. Welcome to another little money making sesh. We're gonna be bagging out today. I got the drink secured for the stream, so we're gonna be here for a while. I'm just kidding. But I do actually have a bunch of drinks though, so we are gonna be here for a while. I'm just gonna pull up the stream on my iPad and then we'll get started. What's up, beautiful people? Drop a comment with what you guys are doing today, just so I can see who's in the chat, who joined me today for the stream. What are you guys trading? Did you guys trade New York session today? Or is this gonna be you guys just starting for the first time? Or you guys ain't trading at all? Or you're still learning? Let me know where you guys are all at, so I can know what to focus on for the stream. These yogurts are from Mexico. La Doranzo. No idea what Doranzo means. Is that peach? Uh-oh. We have guests. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I'll actually be right back. I gotta go open the door. The door has been opened. Trading but learning as well. There you go. W Mark got cooked by the buy side during AGS. Me too. Me too. I got cooked too, not gonna lie. Whew. I was like, bro, what the hell? I was expecting it because it was the last day of the month and the month was it was so close to closing bearish. Oh. That's from today's video, by the way. A lot of sauce dropped in the video. If you don't know about session characteristics yet, it's one of like the best things that you can learn, because once you learn all the different like scenarios that price can like do, then you can kind of like watch the chart and like adapt it to whatever is currently happening. So that's posted on our YouTube. This one, episode 5, session characteristics. Pretty long video, but I'm covering New York, Asia, and London session. Caught good sell side on New York session. On what pair did you catch sell side? Okay, guys, so the month of July is extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. However, the 3-month just closed because it's quarter 3. So quarter 3, first quarter, second quarter was January, February, March is the first quarter. April, May, June is the second quarter, and now we're in the third quarter, July, August, September. So inside of the third quarter, if July is extremely bullish, what I was expecting is potentially that the 3-month candle, this one, closes a little bit lower and then just starts expanding towards sell side, rebalances this thing right here, and then draws down into this 3-month FVG. So that's what I was looking for, right? Let me make sure. That's what I was looking for. Dang it, bro. My AirPod's connected to my iPad. 3-month candle starts drawing down towards this thing, so it rebalances this wick. It goes like this. And then draws potentially lower, and then July actually expands. And that's why I was so confident, bro. I was literally about to full port my entire account. Like, I already did, and that's why I made like a fat band on sells from $500, turned it into like 9,000, or it was actually like 5,000. Let me pull up the screenshot. My initial first trade. 500 to 5,000. I don't know if you guys can see that. I have to flip this screen. Transform. Now you can see it. So $500 to 5,000. That's because I literally had maybe like 70 positions open, and essentially those 70 positions were like layered across, and I was expecting to be able to hold those positions until literally 2,950. Like, I was expecting that it was literally going to just run on sell side nonstop. And then I turned that, like, once I had like 6K closed after all the positions, like, I was like, okay, I'm done here, I'm done. And then from 6K, I was like, okay, I have 6K in the account. Last time I had this much, I just dropped like more risk on the trades, and I secured a nice fat payout. And so I was expecting to do the same thing. Like, now that I have 6K and I can drop literally 5 lots, 3 lots, I went and turned the 6K into like 9 and then 10. And then I cooked myself a little bit because of like the market open, and I held up 5 lot that ended up drawing back up. So I was back at like 7K. And then I just kept trading. But I was expecting it to run down like to this thing. And so the fact that it ran up was kind of like, I didn't expect that to happen at all. But like, it makes sense why it did. You know, it makes complete sense. I don't know if you guys watched my trade recap videos, but remember right here, I was aiming for this. Does anybody know why I was aiming for this right here? What this level was? How do you get sniper entries on gold? Do you use IFG and liquidity sweeps? I get sniper entries by starting from the highest time frame, figuring out what's going on, where it's heading towards. Then I scale down to the next lowest time frame, then the next one and the next one, and then I wait for a session. And inside of the session, if it mitigates like a daily for rally gap or does something really high, like of high significance, then that's when I'll hop into like the lower time frame, take an execution. And all those things, they play a factor into sniper entries. I don't only use IFGs and liquidity sweeps. I use FVGs as well. I look at order blocks. I look at immediate rebalance. I look at inefficiencies like this right here. Who can guess what that is? I'm going to share the link actually. Drop some questions. What do you guys want me to explain? I'm going to start making some like half videos where I'm on top and then below are the chart, like for Instagram. And I'm going to be explaining certain concepts. Drop a list of like 3 concepts that you want me to personally explain, and I'll start with those. So you guys get to decide that. You're in the stream. You get to decide what concepts I drop some sauce on. Okay, so since nobody knows what this thing is, apparently, it's a monthly candle. This is the open of the monthly candle, first of all. So that's exactly where the open of the last monthly candle was, right here. And if you go down to the lower time frame, you'll realize that if it did not come down into this low right here, 3290, which I was initially aiming for, which got me like the first like 4K on that trade, before it ran down and I made much more. But the initial like money making move was the fact that this monthly candle did not have a wick. And what do you guys notice now? The monthly candle has a wick now. And then it closed and the last day, and now a new month opened. And inside of this new month, oh, would you look at that? It has no wick. So what do you guys think is going to happen because this monthly candle has no wick? Obviously, we're going to run down there again. And when we start running down there, what do you guys think is going to happen? We're going to draw towards this 3-month target. I'm confident. Immediate rebalance on the monthly and then this 3-month target. I feel like July is going to be really bearish until it gets here and then turns around because this is a really significant level. So if we can get that, that would be just sauce. So yeah, that's why I was aiming for that target. I made such a big mistake because I didn't wait for like the daily candle to close, bro. Like this one right here, it closed and I didn't wait for this one to close. If I waited for Monday's range and I just didn't trade it, I would have walked away with a lot of money. And maybe I would have seen this move happen and I would have reacted to it. But I got impatient and I was so confident in my narrative and I got messed up for that because look, I literally expected this to come down, dip into it before continuing higher. Like I was so confident in that. But it seems like now it wants to actually run into the stuff that it left untouched, like this daily IFEG right here. And then we also closed inside of a bearish FEG right here. So I'm not sure if we might just start running back down right now or if we tap into this thing and then start running down. What matters though is once we do start running down, there's going to be so much sell side, guys. Of course, IFEG and liquidity. Yes, of course. Still an hour to Asia open. Yep, there is still an hour. And we're going to be analyzing it. I'm going to be answering your questions. And I won't be able to trade or stream Asia for too long because I do have some guests over. So I'm going to go have some family time. You guys understand? So all I had to do realistically was wait for this to happen and then stop trading until I was ready to turn it around to aim back for these targets right here. And then I turned back around and aim back down here. Like low-key, I would have been on a generational run right there. Made like 100K, 200K. Bought a new whip. That was all coming to light right there. Because honestly, the market's been moving so perfectly. I've been on top of my game. And when you make a lot of money, like 10K, from 10K, scale that up. That's solid. You know, from 10K, you can drop a 5 lot easily. And if you win that 5 lot, you're up now 15K. And then you, from 15K, turn that to 30. Especially when you have huge moves. Like gold is inside of a range. When you really think about it right now, this is a range, guys. Like this is consolidation on a really high time frame. And so once we see that like the monthly candle actually expands down, like we're gonna be leaving the range. This is a huge range, and we're literally gonna be catching like such a banger move. We've been trading inside of consolidation, but think about it. Once we start running, it's gonna be rapid expansion in one direction, and that's when like big money's made. That's when you start flipping your accounts like super easily. Prop firm accounts that make you wait for a week for your payout, you're not going to be able to execute like I will. You're not going to be able to like execute, hold positions, trade on multiple accounts. Like live accounts is the way to go. If you haven't set up a live account, you should go and do that because this is like the right time to do that when a big move like this starts happening. But yeah, right now, let's check out what's happening. Let's see what we're looking for. Okay, 4-hour time frame. We have a bearish 4-hour FEG right here. We just waked up into it. If the market wants to expand just from this daily bearish FEG and just go lower without touching this one, then that would be probably the spot to get in. So we do have to wait. I'm a little bit not sure yet. I would optimally be looking for a continuation though. We already tapped into this IFEG. Right, we closed above it, tapped in, and then continued higher, but we barely missed it. And whenever we barely miss a target like this, like we could have just barely ran up. Like how much pips is this? 3358, 3360, 20 pips. If it misses a target by 20 pips, it usually tends to go back into it. So during today's Asia session, what I'm going to be looking for is another wick like this. If there's volatility, another wick like this, and then we can start moving back down and then continue lower so that the daily candle actually closes bearish, but it just has a big wick. So let's see if we do get that. The most high probability target that I wouldn't want to see hit, because it would probably like kill me, like it would blow whatever account I'm trading on, is if it actually ran into this one. Because that right there, it's a 4-hour target. That right there, that's gnarly, guys. There's so much liquidity there. So honestly, I think buy side is the safer move for today. We just try to catch some buys. We try to close above this 4-hour. It's hard to say because this is a daily bearish FEG. And I was just extremely bearish. I was so extremely bearish. Maybe we leave all this stuff for later because this month is bullish. It's probably going to get up there. But for now, what we do is we try to target the low of the month. Am I tripping? I thought this had no wick, but it does have a wick. Was I on a different chart right now, or was I just not seeing it because I was so zoomed out? Oh yeah, I was just too zoomed out. It does have a wick. I mean, that doesn't change anything. We're still expecting that sell side to the 3-month FEG. How's the gold going with you? Gold is going great with me. Gold is going great with me. It's the only thing I trade, the only thing I plan to trade. We have huge downtrend liquidity resting above previous days. We might see 2 weeks bullish then bearish. That's not a bad point, but if the month is bullish, then that means it wants to close bullish, right? So first, I think we would expect sell side and then buy side after. But yeah, the fact that we're already running up like this, like we could totally continue and sweep out all this liquidity. We could tap into this right here. It's fine to be late. Like we don't have to enter right now. We can wait. Like we can enter in London session or New York session. We can enter next week. As long as we see it start moving towards it, and then we're like, okay, now let's catch the last 50 pips of the move, the last 100 pips of the move, you know. Or once we start seeing it run down, we're like, okay, let's catch the last 5,000 pips of the move, because from here down to the actual 2,950, that's so much, right? So once we actually see it start running down like that, we'll catch so much of that. So I'm not worried about missing out on the sell side because we're in such a premium. But yeah, for now, probably safer bet to wait for some directional pull. But that doesn't mean we can't catch a scalp. You can always catch a scalp. You just scale down, you wait for Asia session, you wait for these highs and lows to get cooked up, and then you go. Wait for some IFEGs. Could you take a look at XAG USD? Why? On the weekly time frame, we tapped into this FEG twice. Let's look at the monthly. Three-month. Nothing relevant on the 3-month time frame. It also looks like it just left the range that it's been in. Or actually, it didn't really leave the range. It's still ranging in like a bullish direction. Daily time frame. Let's look at the daily. We've also been consolidating on the daily. The fact that this week has like some bank holidays and NFP, it might just continue consolidating. I wouldn't trade silver. Gold, on the other hand, actually has some movement. London session is just too much noise. No, it's not at all, actually. London session always has a lot of movement. As long as, like, I don't know, if Asia session doesn't move, typically the move happens during London, and sometimes I stay up and I end up catching the biggest move of like the day from London. That's when it begins. It either begins in Asia or London, and then New York continues it, or there's some days where like London and Asia run into the opposite direction, and New York with news just completely reverses all of that. That's another possibility. Can you analyze GU? Okay, let's start from the monthly. Lower low, higher high. This was a breaker. We even tapped to the body of the breaker block perfectly and then continued expanding. Monthly is bullish. Let's see what targets we have for the monthly. I guess just the highs because there's no inefficiencies here. Let's check the 3 month as well. 3 month, this is a huge 3 month IFVG. You guys see that? So we respected it with a monthly bullish FVG down there. And now we're continuing to expand. Weekly IFVG, right? That was from so far ago. That's how long I haven't traded GBP USD from or for. This is a bullish IFVG. You guys see that? Closed above on the weekly. Ran, tapped back in. Continued higher. Closed above on the weekly. Dang, guys. ICT trader's been cooking on whoever's trading GU. This is literally, bro. This is crazy, bro. Look at this. Closed above, consolidated, ran down, ran up. Closed above, consolidated, ran down, scooped up. This is literally a duplicate, guys. That's crazy. Look at this. Fills the FVG completely into an IFVG. Fills the FVG completely into an IFVG. Bruh. I'm shocked by this. Is anyone else absolutely shocked? That's crazy. I always do market execution because I tend to trade live accounts with smaller capital, and then I add positions with the leverage that it gives me. So the more equity I have in the account, the more positions I can enter. And if I'm confident in the direction and I know that it's going to run like in that day, then I'll spam some positions until it gets to a level where I'm no longer comfortable spamming positions, and then I just hold the rest. So if you've seen like my screenshot of that trade that I made, then you'd see that I had a whole bunch of positions, and then suddenly I stopped adding positions, and then it ran, you know. Let's finish analyzing GBP USD though. Let's go Forex Factory, GBP. Nothing significant. So there's no news the rest of the week. I mean, only for USD, so which also affects this pair. I use 1 to 500 leverage. I'm a US trader, so you don't really find brokers that give you so much. On the daily, it's also bullish because we tapped in, closed bullish, the next one closed bullish as well. We swept out this high, but it's likely going to continue up. So what I would look for on this, there's no FVGs here either. Like, that's terrible. This is just consolidation as well. What I would look for a continuation, right here. I would look for market to run down into this IFVG because there's a low right here that missed it. So I would expect it to sweep out this low and then continue up, and then once it starts continuing up, you wait for it to close above like this IFVG right here. like this, and that's when you go long and you just hold that position. I'm gonna take that, put it in my notes. Okie dokes. Next up, could you please check out NAS? Yes, we can. Start from the 3 month because it's a new quarter. Let's see what we have relevant on here. On the 3 month time frame, the only thing that I'm looking for is this right here. Nasdaq has been bullish. It's going to continue running up. So what we're gonna expect is for it to come down and immediately rebalance on the 3 month time frame. On the monthly, what do we have? It can probably dig lower if it's actually trying to run bearish. We also have a bullish IFEG right here. So immediate rebalance, that's probably the safest, easiest target of the month. Like, I don't know about anything else for now, but the safest and easiest target would be 22266. Once you start seeing some sell side, you just aim for that high to get taken, like run down into this and immediately rebalance on the 3 month. And when that happens, you could also catch a little scalp buy side in that day. Long term, I don't know whether it runs down deeper into this IFEG or it just continues higher from the 3 month immediate rebalance. But once it taps into this immediate rebalance, there's definitely going to be some buy side. So you can literally just wait for it to do that and then catch some buy side from there. Why don't you take... No, I do. I take one position with the maximum lot that I can in that. Like, if I have like 2K in the account, the maximum risk I can place is probably like 2.5K, not K, lots, 2.5 lots, and that's the maximum I can place. It won't let me place a 2.7 or 3 lots, but if the position with the 2.5 starts going into profit and now I'm up like 2,500 in the account, or like 3,000, I'm up 3,000 now, I can add another 0.5, I can add another 1 lot position. So that's how you use leverage with equity. So that's why I add more positions. It's not just because I'm choosing to place small positions instead of a big position. It's because I can't place a one big position. I'm adding more positions as the equity grows in the account. It's not really scary though. All-time highs is not scary. You just have to continue buying. That's it. Like, you just have to continue buying. You wait for bullish IFEGs and then you just continue buying. Same with gold. Okay, let's see what happened. Last 15 minutes. We created an IFEG. So this is how you know, guys, whether there's going to be a move today. So you see this consolidation, right? And then normally people are like, oh, it's just been consolidating. There's no trades today. Right? They look at this and they're like, it's consolidating. I'm not going to trade in this consolidation. Let me tell you where they're wrong. This right here, FVG got hit, right? What do you notice inside of this? All this leg right here. No FVGs at all. There's no FVGs in this, like, at all. That's consolidation. But now we have a ton of FVGs. We have one right here, like this little one right here. We have this IFVG right here. We have a new one that's about to form. So there's a bunch of FVGs forming. It also tapped into one right here. So now we just think about where it's going. The fact that there's a daily bearish FVG right here. The fact that on the 4 hour there's a bearish FVG right here. You understand? So now there's actually going to be some sort of movement. We're likely to leave this range. We're likely to sweep out. We're likely to sweep low. That's how you know whether you can trade the range or not. Bro, how can I treat my 5K funded as if it was 200K? Why would you treat it like that? If you want a 200K, then go get a payout on your 5K and then go buy a 200K. I'm done with my yogurt. I also don't understand what you mean by treat it as it was a 200K funding. What do you mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. If you want to get bigger payouts and that's what you're asking, you just have to hold the position longer. It's not good to over leverage, because it's really hard to hold that one position if the stop loss is super tight. But if you get a position and you can hold it, then you can hold it for a long time. You'll make a lot of money. What time is it there? It's 4:25 right now, p.m. I am 3 hours behind Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna change the. Have you ever tried SMT with silver and gold? You probably shouldn't do that. I've never done it, but I believe that gold is its own thing. You shouldn't SMT it with anything. Use a 5K to train psychology for higher equity amounts so you don't go crazy with more equity. Yeah, that's a really good point. 5K, how much is a 5K? It's like $40, right? Funding pips, buy a challenge. Let's see. $36. $36 for a 5K account. And then for 100K, $530. So if you can just get bored of winning and like getting payouts on a 5K and eventually like even make enough money on your 5K to go buy a 100K, then you've prepared your mind already, and the bigger numbers won't really affect you. Like when you're done and you have a payout waiting on your 5K, you go on your demo account on your MT5. You go in your demo account and you play around with those numbers on your demo account so that you can prepare your mind. So like 5K, you're done. You have a payout waiting. Go to your 100K demo and play some trades. So you see those numbers circulating. You end up still getting paid at the end of the week. And everyone's happy. Okay, so what's going on here? This is an IFEG on the 15 minute, but I just checked that there's also a 30 minute FEG right here. So that might pull up right there and try to close there. What are you guys doing today? Who did what? I think I have an interview coming soon. I'm gonna go down and drop an interview with Luca. If anyone knows who Luca is. Okay, usually guys, when a 30-minute candle like this pulls back and pretends that it's respecting it with this huge wick, watch this guys, I'm gonna predict this, okay? Usually when this happens and it's like, oh yeah, we're actually going to run up because we respected this 30-minute, it closes inside of it right now. Like, look, it's going to close inside of it. And then it's going to go down anyways. Like, let's watch. I mean, it didn't close inside of it, though. It actually closed below it. So it disrespected it on the 30-minute. And on the 15-minute, it's already a IFG. You see that? Which is slightly higher, and it just tapped into both of those. There's also this 15-minute bearish right there. That's a pretty good setup. And we can just, like, sweep out these lows, maybe. I'm not in yet. Let's wait for this 15-minute candle to close. And then I'll get in towards, like, this sell side. The account is set up. Let's run it up. Chopping 3 lots on a 10K account is so scary. Have your SL got hit by a broker intentionally like they used to stop? My broker's really good. That's never happened to me. They want me to win. Usually the broker does that if they're like a type B broker where they're making money off of you directly. So if you're making money, they're losing money because they have to pay you out of pocket. Those kind of brokers will do that. My broker puts me on the live account. We'll wait for Asia session. We'll wait. But I definitely think that we're going to get some sell side. Even if it's 20 pips. 20 pips, we're going to get some sell side. It can totally not sweep out these lows as well. But that would be crazy. That would be really crazy. Am I in the trade? No, I'm not in the trade. Asia session's in 30 minutes. So we're not taking any trades just yet. What do you guys think is going to happen here? This is honestly super bearish. Like, we closed below this IFVG and then we also rebalanced this. So now if we start running down, like, that's GG's easy. Let's look for 1 minute IFVG and I'll get in early. Let's get in early for Asia session. We're just going to wait for 1 minute IFVG. So this one right here, once it closes below, it doesn't even have to tap back in. Once it closes below, I'm going in. I'll just be cautious and I'll get out early once Asia session starts if it's not in a good spot. 15. And then we're going to aim for the lows. Let's try to get these lows swept out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm in. Boom. Stop loss right above the high that it immediately rebounds, and then the TP's at the low. So 40 pips TP. So there you go. Let's go. Let's see how it goes. TP's right above the high that it immediately rebounds. So it's going to be 3341 from 3340. That's like 10 pips, 15 pips stop loss. 15 pip stop loss for a 40 pip TP. It's going to be like a 3 RR trade. Last 10 minutes of the hourly candle, we're going to sweep that sell side probably. Why not now though? Hey, why not now? Let's go. Trade's almost about to be in profit. There you go. That's the kind of sell side we want to see. Who's confident in this setup? Because this is so close to the start of Asia session, it's probably not going to retest any more IFEGs. I think this is just going to rapidly expand towards this sell side. Who can tell me why we got in this trade? You know what I should do? If I catch a banger on trade, I should buy somebody like some food or something. DoorDash some food for somebody. That'd be sick. Only if they would promise to send me a video for the content. What do you guys think about this pose? Dun 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 dun. Already up 100 on the trade. But that's not even 10 pips. I'm in with the 3 lots. It's not even 10 pips yet. Why does it not show the line? That's a scary bullish candle. Respect 30-minute FVG, create IFVG on 1 minute. Yes, respect 30-minute IFVG and created a IFVG on the... It also, yeah, this one. This one also got respected. That's a regular FVG. And then we created an IFVG after sweeping out the highs. This is a classic Asia breaker model right here. We got a higher high, and what do you get after the higher high, guys? What do we get after the higher high? Drop it in the chat. Come on, you guys should know this by now. It's an Asia session model. We get a high. We get a higher high, and then what do we get? Lower low. Lower low. Yes, sir. Higher low? No, we get a lower low. If we're bearish, then we're going to get a lower low. Oh, I think I flipped it around on accident. That's why it's not processing. There you go. That makes a little more sense. Just wondering where that little like line was that shows where the trade's at right now. Stebbin unsent his message. You don't have to be shy, bro. I don't roast. I'm just here to make some money real quick. I'm gonna screenshot this before it plays out. So, fancy day we're having here today. Did you trail your stop loss? How would I trail my stop loss if we haven't even ran 10 pips yet, guys? Come on. It has not even ran 10 pips yet. I want to see this run below this low one more time because this right here is a bullish IFVG. So we want to see this absolutely. Yep, there you go. Disrespect that, John. Let's go. Let's go. Disrespected. We're up 5 pips now. 5 pips in the chat. Hey, 5 pips. And about to be 10 pips. In the real scheme of things, that isn't anything. Alright, now we're up 300. 10 pips has been achieved. Let's see if this banger hits. Are we going to finally catch the move that actually sweeps the sell side? Should we go break even on this trade? I feel like the fact that we already tapped back into our like entry area kind of allows us to go break even. I'm going break even. Nah, screw the break even. I think once Asia's session kicks in, like we're just gonna, especially if it's gonna be down here, once Asia session starts, we're just gonna get a fat like amount of volatility to sweep these lows. Because there's no shot it sweeps the lows before Asia session starts. Especially after it hasn't swept it for the last who knows how long. Up 400. You know what I don't understand, guys? I don't understand when people send me reels. Random people in my DMs send me reels. Like followers. And I'm just like, bro, why? Why me? Go send it to your friends. Let's listen to this together, guys. It's funny actually. I'm gonna show you guys this video. It has text right there that says on a mission. Let's go check on our trade. That should be 20 pips right there. 600 in the chat, 700 in the chat. Hey! Hey! Let me zoom in, make this a sick little clip for this stream. We're about to hit TP. Asia session starts in 10 minutes. About to hit TP on this trade. 700. I'm gonna go break even just in case Asia session does something crazy. But let's go. Let's sweep out these lows. I'm gonna take the stop loss out and just close the majority just in case it wants to like really dip way lower. So I just went break even, and then I also moved my my take profit way lower so it doesn't just close out as soon as it sweeps the low. You gotta leave room for it to like dip down much lower. I'm gonna close right here, 700. I'm gonna close. Let's close half. 1.5. 1.5 closed. Half the position has been closed just because it's at the lows. You never know. It might just decide to bounce back right now. It might decide it doesn't want to take out the lows. Why would we take the risk? Why would we not secure some profit right now? Bang. W's in the chats if you took that trade with me. Great trade, just hit your TP. I was 3 lots in on that trade. Do you watch anime? Where's my brother? You guys have some good comments right there. 3 lots on the trade. Closed half. 1.5 lots has been closed. Do you watch anime? Yes, I watch anime. My brother is at a dermatology appointment. He has some acne. I had acne when I was growing up, and I still do. It's really annoying because it just drops your confidence for what reason. W. Let's see if we sweep out though. Come on. Can I send here my analysis based on what I have learned from you? You've been learning from me, Eris? What do you think is the most useful out of all the content that I've posted so far for somebody that's trying to start learning? Are we still bearish on Asia session? Let's see what happens first. Good thing we closed it a little early, huh? Half the position has been closed in a really good spot. Because why Like, why take on the risk that if it hasn't swept the low just yet, that it would sweep it, right then and there? It definitely can, because now we have an IFEG, we get a little immediate rebalance, we tapped into this one. There's a lot of confluences that are supporting it. We're about to hit Asia session right now as well. But, like, there's no point in not, like, taking money off the table. I'm going to probably end the stream, though, after this one, because, like I said, I do have some family over. Oh, really? Before you change it to 400, yeah. There's more people joining, so you gotta up the prices. I also like changed it over to WAP and did some more like videos in there. New website, by the way.
What's up, everyone? My name is Marky, and if you're watching this video,
Fire.
you probably found me on Instagram or YouTube. And I'm a 19-year-old, and in the last 3 months alone trading, I have pulled out over 60K in payouts from my life.
Let's see. Dracula, you think it's because of the macro? Like right now, macro just opened, so now we're gonna sweep it out and then maybe run immediately on buy side. That's definitely a possibility. Let me half this, make it look sick. What a banger, guys. W's in the chat. My phone just bugged out. Alright, guys, so this is the trade I took on stream. This was a trade that hit this 30-minute FVG right there for the second time. And before we started Asia session, I saw that it closed below on the 30-minute time frame and made an IFVG. Then it went and rebalanced the previous 30-minute wick, preventing a new FVG from forming before running on these lows right here. Asia session starting in 8 minutes, but we already caught a nice banger. You saw that I posted the trade and the profits on the previous story. And yeah, that was just a quick little breakdown of the trade. We got a lot of other people in here that took the trade with us. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. It feels good being able to just cook it up. Like, it's not even like something that I'm so surprised now to do. It's just because I've looked at this for so long over and over again. It's normal for me to be able to do this kind of stuff. Like, genuinely, it's just like a part of my system. Once I see it happen, I have the confidence to go in. Because I know even if I lose, like even if I take a loss, that's fine. You know, it's literally fine to take a loss. Because I know I can read the market, and in case of like a small loss, my stop loss is always relatively tight. But when I win, I can hold my trade. I can make so much money off the wins. And so I'm never like psychologically getting in my head whenever I take losses, and I don't have any like issues with confidence going into a trade. That was a pretty nasty pullback. Let's see. Because I did sweep a little low right there. But I doubt that's the move that's actually going to get market to run back up. It just tapped into a 5-minute FVG. If you're confident enough, bro, that's another entry right there. Let's see. This is micro, and you trade every day this time in Asia session or only in red news. Just whenever I think the day is going to be high probability. Whenever there's daily for rally gaps, like right now in the daily time frame, if we go on the daily, there's a lot of daily FVGs that we can use as reference to wherever price is going. So whenever that happens, there's going to be like some nice movement and a lot of volatility. I'm not sure how to trade or share my chart link, and even if I did, I have 2 different colors. So I change it up all the time. Just literally, like, if you want this, go put a black background, gray candles, and white bullish candles. Mess around with it. 5-minute FVG, you guys saw that? You guys think this is gonna finish off the move? I took half the position out, but the rest is still not closed yet. Let me flip this for you again. Wait, that bigger? Right here. Okay, so that was the first positions right there. That's where I closed, and now we have another 5-minute FVG that's pushing price back down. So I closed half right at the bottom, just because I was like, yo, we might not sweep out the low right now. But in the case that we do, you leave the partial running and you trade that a little bit later. So that's what we're hoping is gonna happen right now. Let's see. This is a trade you took in gold. It is correct. Thank you for telling me that it is correct. Yeah. That's my brother. Damn, I'm streaming right now.
Somewhere far away, I want you.
Were you still in your vice?
What?
Yes,
bro. I'm really up money. Bro, my 0.5, it closed. It was really like down here, bro. And I put more positions to close my...
Look at us right now.
Are we live right now?
I caught this banger on stream.
Oh, shoot.
Right now.
Chat's going active right now. What's up, guys? Dan the man is back here. Guys, let me show you guys my positions right now.
This kid's buying.
I'm buying, right? Bro, like, I was sleeping. If I didn't wake up at 11, I would have closed $100 profit. But no. Someone didn't wake me up. Now I'm only...
It's not my fault that you sleep until 2 p.m., bro.
Who cares? Yeah, basically, guys, hopefully it'll run back up because it just made a...
We're selling right now.
Why do you mean you're selling? You're not going to go down.
It's a daily bearish FEG.
The 4-hour one. What he made
There's a 4-hour bearish right there. You see?
Yeah, but it closed in
And
it. That means
bearish.
I'm predicting it's going to go up, buddy. There's no way it's going to go down, bro. The daily, too, is going to create an FIG. Alright, is that the one that goes up? It doesn't matter.
Bro,
FIG.
both
And
of
then,
them
bro,
go
shut
up
your
and
mouth.
down.
And then FIG, and it's going to tap into it and rock it up. My brother really does not know how to trade, guys.
Alright, shut up.
Okay, I'm out, bro. Peace out.
Alright, bro. We'll stream maybe tomorrow or something.
Awesome.
Chris is coming up, actually.
Chris coming to our house?
Yeah.
Dang. Dude,
Put
why
it
is it so
there, put
hot
it
in
there.
your room, dude?
I don't know, man. I'm getting cooked in here.
Oh, sorry.
Put the key back.
Did my batteries die?
No! How am I supposed to turn on the fan now? Classic switcheroo, the batteries. It's annoying. My only hope. Yeah, that was my reaction to buying. Get cooked. Get cooked. Hey.
Become the person you want. You person you are. To become the person you want, you must destroy the person you are.
Should I finally close the position? I'm closing here. Actually, I'm gonna close another like one lot, and then I'll leave a super small partial. There you go. It's Asia session. Let's see. Let's see what we get. What's your weekly target in XAUUSD? Let's go back to the weekly time frame. I have a 3-month target. 3-month target. Right here. This thing. Daily target, maybe this IFEG. But I'm not expecting it to respect it. I'm just expecting some sell side. Come on. Come on. It just needs a little bit of a push. Come on. There you go. Bang. Alright guys, that's it for this stream. I hope you guys learned something, maybe something new. You saw my model play out again. And big Drake candle, you're funny. Yeah, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. That was a beautiful little trade. Secured 800 profit on the trade. Bang bang. I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Thanks for hopping in. Hope you guys learned something.